stroganoff.
Blessed be the yummy, yummy stroganoff.
Blessed be the yummy, yummy, yummy stroganoff.
Blessed be the yummy, yummy, yummy stroganoff. Blessed be the tire getting fixed again.
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 Blessed be all the new plants in the garden.
Blessed be all the new plants in the garden.
Blessed be all the new plants in the garden.
Blessed be all the new plants in the garden.
Blessed be all the new plants in the garden.
Blessed be all the new plants in the garden.
Blessed be the frog chorus playing again.
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 Blessed be the verses that we sing.
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 Blessed be the microphone working correctly.
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 Blessed be the microphone working correctly. Blessed be the end of the song.
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 Blessed be making stuff up.
Blessed be making stuff up.
Page 15. Page 15. will remember the love of the Lord. I will remember the love of the Lord. And I remember the love of the Lord. And I will remember the love of the Lord. I will remember the love of the Lord. I will remember the love of the Lord. And I will remember the love of the Lord. I So, continuing on with Parker Palmer's words from his book, Let Your Life Speak, Listening for the Voice of Vocation. Speaks about something that we don't often speak about, and no, it's not sex, it's depression. Okay. He's well familiar with it, and so he has a few things to say that I think are helpful. We touched on some of them last night. This little section here is called From the Outside Looking In. And he gives examples of what not to say from well-meaning people. Right? We've all heard them, right? The cliches that are tossed at us. Mostly because people are uncomfortable with depression and with a person suffering, and they want to fix it right away. You know? So we'll read a little bit of that tonight, and we won't be quite so harmful. From the outside looking in. It is odd that some of my most vivid memories of depression involve the people who came to look in on me. Since in the middle of the experience, I was barely able to notice who was or was not there. Depression is the ultimate state of disconnection. It deprives one of relatedness, the relatedness that is the lifeline of every living being. I do not like to speak ungratefully of my visitors, but here he goes. Here he goes. They all meant well, and they were among the few who did not avoid me altogether. So there's the other response, right? Mm-hmm. When you're going through a tough time, some of our so-called friends will just avoid us, right? Mm-hmm. Yikes. But despite their good intentions, so he honors their good intentions, most of them acted like Job's comforters. The friends who came to see Job in his misery as he sat on the ash pile in the town square and offered him solutions, sympathy that led him deeper into despair. So we'll continue there. Some visitors.
Some visitors, in an effort to cheer me up, would say, "It's a beautiful day. Why don't you go out and soak up some sunshine? And look at the flowers. Surely that'll make you feel better." But that advice only made me more depressed. Intellectually, I knew that the day was beautiful, but I was unable to experience that beauty through my senses, to feel it in my body. Depression is the ultimate state of disconnection, not just between people, but between one's mind and one's feelings. To be reminded of that disconnection only deepened my despair.
Other people came to me and said, "All shall be well." No. Other people came to me and said, "But you're such a good person, Parker. You teach and write so well, and you've helped so many people. Try to remember all the good you've done, and surely you'll feel better." That advice, too, left me more depressed, for it plunged me into the immense gap between my good persona and the bad person I then believed myself to be. When I heard those words, I thought, one more person has been defrauded, has seen my image rather than my reality, and if people ever saw the real me, they would reject me in a flash. Depression is the ultimate state of disconnection, not only between people and between heart and mind, but between one's self-image and public mask.
Then there were the visitors who began by saying, "I know exactly how you feel." Whatever comfort or counsel these people may have intended to speak, I heard nothing beyond their opening words, because I knew they were peddling a falsehood. No one can fully experience another person's mystery. Paradoxically, it was my friend's empathetic attempt to identify with me that made me feel even more isolated, because it was over-identification. Disconnection may be hell, but it is better than false connections.
Could you say that last line again?
Disconnection may be hell, but it is better than false connections. Having not only been comforted by friends, but having tried to comfort others in the same way, I think I understand what the syndrome is about: avoidance and denial. One of the hardest things we must do sometimes is to be present to another person's pain without trying to fix it, to simply stand respectfully at the edge of that person's mystery and misery. Standing there, we feel useless and powerless, which is exactly how a depressed person feels. And in our unconscious need as Job's comforters, it is to reassure ourselves that we are not like the sad soul before us.
In an effort to avoid those feelings, I give advice, which sets me, not you, free. If you take my advice, you may get well, and if you don't get well, I did the best I could. If you fail to take my advice, there's nothing more I can do. Either way, I get relief by distancing myself from you, guilt-free. Blessedly, there were several people, family and friends, who had the courage to stand with me in a simple and healing way. One of them was a friend named Bill, who, having asked my permission to do so, stopped by my home every afternoon, sat me down in a chair, knelt in front of me, removed my shoes and socks, and for half an hour simply massaged my feet. He found the one place in my body where I could still experience feeling, and feel somewhat reconnected with the human race.
Thank you. Bill rarely spoke a word. When he did, he never gave advice, but simply mirrored my condition. He would say, "I can sense your struggle today," or "It feels like you are getting stronger." I could not always respond, but his words were deeply helpful. They reassured me that I could still be seen by someone. Life-giving knowledge in the midst of an experience that makes one feel annihilated and invisible. It is impossible to put into words what my friend's presence meant to me. Perhaps it is enough to say that I now have deep appreciation for the biblical stories of Jesus and the washing of feet. And then we'll conclude tonight with just this last few lines. The poet Rainer Maria Rilke says this: "Love consists in this, that two solitudes protect and border and salute each other." I'll say that again. So this is from the poet Rainer Maria Rilke. Love consists in this, that two solitudes protect and border and salute each other. And that's the quote. So Parker Palmer goes on. That is the kind of love that my friend Bill offered. He never tried to invade my awful inwardness with false comfort or advice. He simply stood on its boundaries, modeling the respect for me and my journey, and the courage to let it be, that I myself needed if I were to endure. Any thoughts on that reading, Jeanette?
I hadn't thought about it for a long time, but it wasn't depression, it was grief after Rich died. One of the women in church that I knew pretty well, she came over and she did a foot massage and clipped my nails. And, I don't recall that she said a word either. It's really a good memory.
Any other thoughts?
Took me a long time to learn to just be present and not try to be helpful in that irritating way. Or to even realize that is irritating to people when you're in a space. I hope I've made some progress.
So, just the last words that he quotes from the poet. This is love, that two solitudes protect and border and salute each other. well in the singing of the birds. Adoramus te. Adoramus te. At the close of this day, we give you thanks for your great love for all persons and creatures in this world, including the birds, and the frogs, and the worms. Fill us with your love, that we too might be in love with this world, and not afraid